the president of the Universal Society of Hinduism. Rajan Zed is his name. He's a Louisiana guy. He wants the Gita, historically significant document of Hinduism, morals, ethical code. He wants that on an 11 by 14 sheet in every public school classroom in Louisiana, right next to the Ten Commandments sheet. The Hindu community would cover the costs, according to Rajan Zed. Mr. Zed is right on the money. He's nailing it. He's right on the money. How do you say no to him if you're going to say yes to the Ten Commandments? This is the quagmire that has taken place. We've seen examples of this in Louisiana. It was, I think, under a decade ago, maybe a decade ago. Representative wanted to put a Ten Commandments monument on the lawn of the Capitol. Right away, a group, satanic group out of the Carolinas, North or South Carolina, wanted to put a throne with the devil with two children on his lap. He's reading to the children. And then a religion that's not even a religion, just to prove the First Amendment point, the spaghetti monster religion. Google it. Religion of the Spaghetti Monster. And they had a monument they wanted to put on the lawn at the Capitol. Right away, this representative or senator realized, yeah, I'm opening a can of worms. It's all or none, so we'll do none. Slidell, a Jesus Christ picture in a little frame shows up on the courthouse wall. Same situation. Lawsuit. This is a courthouse, supposed to be objective, believer, non-believer, different religion. Why this Jesus photo? Higher court ruled all or none. Instead of none and taking down, Slidell, I believe, said all. And now there's dozens and dozens of photos hanging around the Jesus photo at the courthouse. It just has become a joke. So it's pretty simple. Public schools. Royce Duplessis, a state rep, said it best. You want your kids to learn about the Ten Commandments? Send them to church. Go to church. Be a parent. You believe in that stuff? Ten Commandments. You're pro 10 Commandments in the classroom. Take your children to church already. That's the solution. Not putting some religious morals, virtue, positive or not, on every public school classroom wall. That's Christianity. You know, it's my 10 Commandments. I like them. But how can you deny Rajan Zed, who wants to put the Hindu Gita on the wall? How do you tell him no? We can do the Christian thing, but not the Hindu thing? Now, here's the kicker of all of this. The legislators that were behind it or for it, and just as I predicted last week, they were all over these opinionated network news shows all weekend. They win no matter what. If what is expected to happen, this is America, separation of church and state. We've seen too many examples of this in the past. It's going to be ruled unconstitutional. The folks that were behind it, the governor, these legislators, they're going to be, hey, we were for the 10 Commandments, and that'll be remembered. So they put up the good fight. The fluke, it sticks around. They're the proponents of it. They were the ones that got it started. They can't lose. The super kicker, if that was the whipped cream, here's the cherry. Governor Landry didn't sign the legislation. He just let the time lapse so it would become law. So obviously he's got something trick up his sleeve, like if there's a lawsuit, he'll be like, oh, I was the governor. I didn't even sign it. You're barking up the wrong tree. There's some reason why he did not sign it, didn't veto it, of course not, but didn't sign it knowing the time lapse, it would become law automatically. This thing, there's multiple lawsuits now, individual groups, multiple lawsuits against this 10 Commandments. Silly, ridiculous legislation that's so simple to understand. The politicians know this. It's the Louisiana folks that hope and wish, that want the 10 commandments, their 10 commandments, my 10 commandments on the classroom wall. But the politicians know, they're like, we own these people, our base. They're a joke. They're too silly or dense or don't want to believe that this is so unconstitutional. There's no way it's going to stick. We've seen too many examples in the past. But boy, what a great political move. They're for it. They think we're for it and we're going to fight for it. And then when it fails, we still win. That's politics for us, the citizens of Louisiana. Politics at its worst. This is just a big back the car into the dirt, spin the tires, burn fuel, beat up the motor. The car doesn't move an inch forward. If anything, just gets more bogged down in the dirt. The only winners, the politicians that backed it. The only winners. It's pure politics, 110%.